Hello, and welcome to another Crack-a-Pack. Today, we will be opening 3 more play boosters from Secrets of Strixhaven, and in the same format that we did last week, we'll be making a pack 1 pick 1 all the way up to a pack 1 pick 3. So let's grab our packs. And this week, I've also got a foil promo pack for us to open up together at the end. And I'll also give you a peek at the draft deck that won this, because it was wild. But anyway, let's get right into it and open up our first pack. Alright, so for our first pack 1 pick 1, our options are Seize the Spoils, Hungry Garafalon, Last Gasp, Interjection, Banishing Betrayal, Elemental Mascot, Tam, Observant Sequencer, Quillblade Laureate, Abstract Paint Mage, Sundering Archaic, Mana Sculpt as our rare. We've got Deduce from the Mystical Archive, a foil Forum Necroscribe, Paradox Gardens, a Spirit Token, and a Fractal Token. Alright, so here is our pack. I think the rare we opened is pretty decent. We would definitely want a wizard to pair with it, but I don't know. I think it's a fine pick, but for me, I just don't know that I would be that excited for a counterspell. We've also got Sundering Archaic, which is a pretty good uncommon. I usually imagine that Converge is just about 3. And I really like a 3/3 that can exile something. Doesn't even have to be a creature. Could be an artifact or something like that. A really big token even. So I really like Sundering Archaic. We've also got Deduce, which I think is pretty good. We've got Last Gasp. But I really like how open Sundering Archaic keeps us. I'm kind of assuming that we're going to be at least 3 colors, but which colors those are kind of remains to be seen. So I think I'll start with that as the pack 1 pick 1. But of course, let me know what you think. Would you be going with Mana Sculpt instead? Let me know. Moving on to our next pack. We are first going to make another pack 1 pick 1. Then we'll make the pack 1 pick 2 to go with Sundering Archaic. Let's see what we got. We've got Cheerful Osteomancer, Ajani's Response, Essence Scatter, Unsubtle Mockery, Inkling Mascot, Visionary's Dance, Abigail, Poet Laureate, Impractical Joke, Fractal Tender, Arnin, Deathbloom Botanist, Moment of Reckoning is the rare. We've got a Braid from the Mystical Archive, a Foil, Deluge Virtuoso, a Swamp, another Spirit token, and an Inkling token. Alright. So for the pack 1 pick 1, I think we're just slamming Moment of Reckoning. It is quite expensive, but we are wrathing our opponent's board, and we're bringing back our best creatures from the graveyard, so that seems good to me. And for the pack 1 pick 2 to follow up Sundering Archaic, we've got some really nice red removal spells, and I might also be considering Visionary's Dance, either as a late game spell or for its colorless ability here. But I think if we just keep it simple, then Impractical Joke is a great option here. So I think I'll go for that. And we can move on to our final pack. So for this pack, we will again make a separate pack 1 pick 1. Then we'll make the pack 1 pick 2 to go with Moment of Reckoning. And finally, the pack 1 pick 3 to go with Sundering Archaic and Impractical Joke. Let's see what we've got. We are starting out with Owlin Historian, Banishing Betrayal, Heated Argument, Tenured Concoctor, Send in the Pest, Biblioplex Tomekeeper, Leech Collector, Sonar, Unfinished Genius, Colonian Tackle, Charging Strafe Knight, the rare is Mosio, Vane's New Dean. We've got Return the Favor from the Mystical Archive, a foil, Ulna Alley Shopkeep, an island, and a Punch-Out card. Alright. Not a terribly exciting pack. I think I would probably be pulling forward things like Heated Argument, maybe Sonar, and our rare's alright, I think. To start, it's a 3-mana 2/1 flyer that makes a pest token. And then, when you start gaining life, you can return things from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, I think it can be pretty strong if you build around it. And maybe that's something we can do for the first pick of the draft. So, I guess I would try going with this as the pack 1 pick 1. Either that or Heated Argument, I guess, but I suppose we can just take the rare. And then the pack 1 pick 2 is going to be a little tough. I think I definitely want to stay in white-black for now since we have such a demanding casting cost. And maybe the Owlin Historian is going to be our strongest option here. A decent evasive creature, and if it is around to witness the Moment of Reckoning, then maybe it'll get some benefit there. So let's go ahead and take that. And then for the pack 1 pick 3, I think I would be looking at the same cards as before. Though I think knowing we have a Converge card makes Sonar pretty attractive. So let's go with that one. And there we have it. So here are the starts of 3 different decks. Let me know what you think. And if we're aligned, let's talk about it down in the comments. But before we close out, I will quickly show you my draft deck, and then we can open the promo pack. So this is from a draft that I did last week down at my local game store. Obviously I was in Lorehold, and I went totally undefeated. So I didn't even drop a single game. And I mean, this just felt wild, like, I don't even know how this happened, honestly. Things just kind of came together a little too perfectly. Like, having these two together just felt illegal. I was almost entirely red white with just a little splash here for dramatic critique. Though I had a tiny converge package. I was just running 2 spectacle summits for the dramatic critique, plus just picked up a Dreamroot Cascade as a mostly untapped blue source, on the off chance that maybe I could get green in here, though that never happened. I actually never even drew the together as one, so that was a little sad, but there was plenty of other stuff going on here. Yeah, I don't think I can ever top this, so anyway, let's go ahead and open up our promo pack. Well, we've got another Mosio, Vane's New Dean. Silver Quill Charm is the uncommon. Very nice. And a Head Shredder from Duskmorn. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Secrets of Strixhaven crack-a-pack. Again, I would love to know what your picks would have been, so make sure you let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out new Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Monday and Friday. I truly appreciate all of your support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.